Hi ladies, I just wanted to get on here while I had a chance. This week has been pretty crazy for me, so I apologize for being so late with this. I meant to get this experience out a bit earlier in the week. However, I wanted to check in and just see how chapter 2, how you guys are coming along with it, and just make sure if you have any questions or anything like that. I think chapter 2 was really good. Wish I would have read it, like 3 years ago. Probably would have saved me a whole lot of heartache and pain. But we're in the sweet spot. And if you read through it, I've tried literally all of those things. So I do love what it was talking about with the virtual training. Trainerize actually has it now to where we can do video training through Trainerize with our clients, or we can do it on Zoom. So that is an option if you have anyone that wants to work with you. And maybe they aren't quite sure how to use the app, or maybe you've done that, you've gone through that with them, and they still kind of want like the one-on-one experience. That is an option. So I definitely would love for us to be able to utilize that in the future. We can definitely come together and figure out how to do that. It is something that I want to be able to offer to those that I work with, for sure. And I have had that request in the past. But yeah, so I would love to hear what you guys think. Some of the highlights for me, I'm just going to go ahead and go through. I love the quote at the beginning where it talks about there's no single magic bullet. There's no magic pill. I say that all the time, especially with health. There's definitely no magic pill. There's no one size fits all. But yeah, I have done the one-to-many where I put out a program and honestly, people just didn't stick with it. I have done the high ticket, but yeah, exactly what they said. When the program's over, if you don't have anybody else coming in, then your income goes away. So I love the one-to-few model, and that's exactly why I wanted more coaches, quality coaches, because now we can offer that on a bit of a larger scale. And we can still do little discounts here and there and still generate a little bit of revenue. So, we can work through this, but I really love what they say in here about that. They have the one-to-many problems, which hopefully you went through that. The poor customer service is huge. You guys, when it was just me, it was really, really hard for me to keep up with things. So that is something that you definitely have to think about as you progress in your careers, is just, making sure you're not taking on too many people at one time. And if you are, that it's getting scaled correctly. Okay. So that is something to think about in the future. You don't want to spread yourself too thin, and you still want to have that personal touch, like they say in here. The high ticket, high risk, the grind can be unrealistic for a trainer with a family or other obligations. That is so very true. I took on a high ticket, high risk client back in May of 2020. And, I was gone all day. I never saw my family. It kind of sucked. So then they have the, what it's not for the one-to-few model. It's not fast. So that's where we're at right now, you guys. I finally found the sweet spot for the pricing. I've done it to where it was too much. I took the advice of, high ticket business coaches. The problem was because they're not fitness coaches, they could not relate to what I was doing. And so I spent a ton of money on business coaches, like $10,000 on mentorship for it to really get me not a whole lot farther ahead. Can I go back in time? Definitely not. Lesson learned. Don't do it. You got me. I've got a ton of knowledge and experience now. So we're just going to take that and we're going to run with it. I have come in contact with a couple people I would be willing to work with in the future because they are in the fitness business. Excuse me. One actually coaches other coaches. I had a really great Zoom call with him the other night, and he's in California. And so I did tell him, I said, well, when I can, I would love to work with you just to get his expertise. He's been doing this for 22 years, which is a bit longer, way longer than I have. So I'd love to be able to reach out to someone like him eventually when we have enough revenue. Let's see. They have some great stuff in here. They do talk about the hybrid training where it combines the face-to-face and online training. I have done that. I still will do it. I just won't be taking on too many people, maybe one or two, if they reach out to me. Let's see. Individual. Oh, but with the in-person training, that's what I was telling you, like you can use the app for that. Okay. So it would just basically be paying a percentage. So it would be 30% would go to the company of your revenue. Okay. So that's pretty much all you would do with that. So they would be paying you for the in-person training, and you would just pay the 30% towards the company, which would be basically kind of like, just any other gym that you work for is going to be like that too. But you would be able, the cool thing is you would still be able to claim that on your taxes as revenue from To Be Epic. So you're not having to pull from too many different places. Okay. Individualized online coaching, which is basically what we're doing right now. It says that they should include 2 to 3 different packages that vary in length and level of support. So if you go on Trainerize right now, our Trainerize, we do offer that. I'd love to be able to get your feedback, and I would love for us to really brainstorm and come together with some options for that. So make sure you're really familiar with the programs and the pricing that are on Trainerize right now. If you go to the actual trainerize.me profile page. Okay. Let's see. Online group training, it talks about some of that. I personally am not interested in doing that, but if you would like to open that up, we can. Okay, so I would love to get your feedback on that. Let's see. Definitely, they talk about good customer service. That is a must. That is something that I really, really, really harp on. Let's see. Choosing clients carefully. This is talking about the group coaching. I have seen this in the past before. If you have a weakling, it's going to bring the whole group down. Okay, so just be careful with that. Let's see. It talks about the live stream workouts, which is a really good thing that we could look at implementing. It says you can use them intermittently. I love how they talk about the lady in here who actually used it, and she was all over the world. So I kind of think that I have to be in my office to get on Zoom calls, but in all actuality, we have Zoom on our phones, right? So we don't have to do that. And we can scale this so many different ways. So what we need to do is really come together and brainstorm. So let's definitely be using Convene the Workspace, and let's be discussing this. And let's come together with some ideas, so that way when we get on our call on Saturday, we can kind of formulate some ideas there. I honestly don't want us to change anything as of right now, unless you have something really huge that, you think that just is going to definitely pave the way for us. Then I definitely want to hear that. But if not, let's just wait to make any changes. And we will definitely, once we get done with this book, we can come together and brainstorm a little bit more. I am talking to a couple other people, so, we can implement what we need to implement as far as that's concerned. And you guys just hang in there. We're going to get this right. And I really just, again, appreciate you guys being here with me and being willing to go on this ride with me. So have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye. Be epic.